Welcome to the Spotlight. This is a show where stars shine, stories unfold, and the tea is always hot. My name is Mbuyi Vilakazi, and I am your host. In the upcoming episodes, I'll be bringing you unfiltered conversations, biggest names in the entertainment industry, and moments that you do not want to miss. Ladies and gentlemen, for our very first episode, I have a special guest, a fearless woman, bold and beautiful woman. You probably know her from one of the biggest shows, reality shows in Africa. My guest is a philanthropist. She's a businesswoman. She's an actress. Her resume is very long. Ladies and gentlemen, help me put your hands together from where you are for Slee Ndlovu. Hello, hello.
Hey, honey. I love that introduction because you actually mentioned my real name.
Yes.
Well, Slee is also my name, but it's always been my second name. So I've always been Slee
Ndlovu.
Had it not been for Housewives, Slee wouldn't have been known.
Yes. Slee, the boss lady.
Absolutely. Never forget it.
Welcome to the Spotlight.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, Mbuyi.
Thank you. Thank you. So we have got some icebreaker questions.
Okay.
So don't worry. Don't tatazela. This is not the reunion. I'm not
Muni tatazela.
No, muni warini angenuma play. Okay, so just 5 questions. I think the first one would be, if your life was a movie, what would be the plot twist?
Interesting. I mean, the plot twist would definitely would be unveiling my superpowers, because I feel like I've got powers that most people are not aware of.
Yes, yet to be unleashed.
And yet to be unleashed.
All right, that's the plot twist. Now, if your life had a theme song, what song would that be?
Dun, 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 dun.
Wait, which? Oh yeah, from that series.
It's a James Bond theme song.
It was, I remember the guy that had the.
Is that, Mr. T?
Yes, I think.
No, that's not my theme song. I want a James
So find
Bond.
another one. Oh, okay, any James Bond. So, okay. Why?
I love the reason why it's how he's portrayed, and
Yes.
I love that he associates with class and elegance while fighting crime and going into the darkest parts of the dark world, but still, doing it classy.
Do you also
with
fight
poise.
and remain poised?
Absolutely, that's always my intention. But the aim is not to sweat.
Okay, the aim is not to sweat. Okay, but I'm gonna use what you told me against you. All right, so which have you had a ridiculous rumor about yourself, and you're like, ooh, okay, any ridiculous rumor that you're like, this is not true? I
mean, there's a lot. There's been a lot. I think one of them would be the fact that I am a witch.
Oh yeah.
Secondly, the one that I abandoned my kids for a man. That's crazy. But anyway.
I remember.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember those news. I was in Cape Town.
It's like, okay.
Yeah, it's very ridiculous. And have you ever received which DM have you received where you'd be like, yo, this is the most weird DM I've ever received?
I mean, there's so many, guys. People want to see your lady parts.
And offer you money?
People are offering you marriage. People are proposing on the DM. Like, you don't even know me, nigga. Like, why? Yes, I've had somebody actually, well, not once, most of the time, offer me money for pictures.
Ooh.
Yes.
And what was your answer?
Go to hell. Block. I just block and move on.
You know what I would have done? I would have went to the internet, got fake pictures sent
to get money. I don't want to entertain people like that. I just block.
No, you don't want that. No, you don't.
And also, I think for me, more than anything, how I, carry myself is very important. And you never know. These people would say these things, and they'll take the same pictures and post them and try to blackmail you.
That is true.
So I just thought, this is bizarre. And I just blocked, moved on with my life. I always do that.
That is good. That is good. So I want to find out in your wardrobe, which clothing item that hates to see you coming. Oh, Slee is coming. She's going to wear me again.
My sambas.
Really? Yeah.
Recently, this has been my recent obsession. I wear them everywhere with everything, and I feel like I'm overdoing it now. Actually, my daughter was saying this morning, she says, Mom, it's
enough. Yeah, but they're probably tired now.
But they're so comfy.
I get you. There's that item that yes, with everything they do. There's always that item that you feel you can repeat it as much as you can. Yes. I mean, who set these rules anyway?
Exactly.
You know, do you?
It's my wardrobe.
Do you? Yeah. So, but now back to, you know, the real stuff, the serious stuff. That was just an icebreaker. How have you been?
I've been amazing. God has been great. I'm blessed.
That is good.
Very blessed.
You are very blessed. Yeah. I can see the smile. The blessing, does it come with beard or does it come with...
All I can say is I am happy. I'm content.
Yes.
And I mean, the blessing can come in many different forms. Sometimes in the form of a male, some random vendor guy from the city of Gauteng. Possibly.
You'll never know.
You'll never know.
Because I had Slee when she was coming in the studio. She was speaking Tswana also too.
Yes.
I was like, okay, girl.
He speaks Tswana.
I was like, yes, girl. Yes. We see you.
We see you. Comes to Joburg.
Yay, egoli. Yay. Kana ziyaduma kampela asdume. I recently they were announcing the new cast of the Real Housewives of Durban, and we did not see you. I remember you had spoken with me last year, and you told me about your exit. One thing about me, I really respect. If you tell me something, I'll just keep it to myself. Yes. And I just want to find out. I'm sure everyone has been wondering, Guti, what led to that decision of saying, you know what, I'm leaving the Real Housewives of Durban?
So, first of all, I must actually commend you for that. The fact that, you are the one person who most of us run to share ideas and to get insight from, especially dealing with this world.
Precise, yes.
Right? And the fact that you always make sure that you keep the information that we share to yourself and it's not for public consumption. You will go far because
thank you so much.
Thank you for that, for being an ear for me mostly. The reason I decided not to come back, they did invite me back.
Yes.
And I opted out. One, my eldest child was doing her matric last year. And we were getting ready for the new year in terms of university.
Yes.
I needed to be present, and we shoot around the very critical time. I couldn't be away from my kids. There's that, but also I just needed a moment. I just needed a break to see what other avenues I can, look into. As much as reality TV is a great platform for a brand and for business, but my business, I felt that my company was neglected.
Yes, you told me.
Since I started shooting, I've never had any client because by the time we start shooting, that's when people want to revamp their homes, they want to touch up, they want to do things. And if you're not available, you can't really make any income, right? And you've got this commitment, you've signed a contract, so you have to show up all the time.
Yes, you have to show up.
So I just decided, good to know, let me just see how I can find ways to balance it. But most importantly, it was mainly for my child.
I think you did a great decision for yourself.
Absolutely.
Did you get to recommend anyone for the show?
No, I didn't. I didn't. I think if I had, I felt like I don't want to put someone that I love in a lion's den without my presence.
Yes.
If I was there, I would have suggested some people, but I felt like, no, angikwazi ukudayisa ngomuntu. I know those ladies, they can be very ruthless. So I just opted to not share anyone. I was just like,
because umuntu uzobuye when it's wangifaka
so I was just like, no, I can't think of anyone.
I get you. I remember the conversations, but you did a good thing at that time. You actually gave my numbers to the producers because they ended up calling me to say, hey, do you mind assisting with casting? By the way, thank you for that. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yes.
You're the best.
While talking about Real Housewives of Durban and you joining the show, there were two theories. there's what we hear in the streets, but I need you to be because some people are saying you were friends with Nonku, she introduced you. There's another version, Eti, you were actually approached on season 1 to do the show.
Yeah.
So I want to hear from you how which one is true and how did they approach you to do the show?
So I'm going to say this once,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the last time I'm addressing this.
Please.
And in anything that has to do with housewives.
With Housewives, child.
While I'm on break, right?
Yes.
So season 1, I'm not sure if you know that Sonia was doing season 1.
Yes.
I was in New York at Columbia University studying, and she called me. She wanted me to. I thought, let me just throw it in there so that people know. Yes, please.
This today, yes, exactly.
So Sonia, she called. We had a discussion. She wanted me to join, and I was like, I'm not sure. I'm still at school, but let me come back home and see. So when I got back home, I discussed it with my partner then, and he was like, no, go for it. But my heart, my spirit was saying, it's not the time. My challenge was, it's reality TV. I'm going to be in the spotlight sharing the lifestyle that is provided for me by somebody else and somebody else's things, his cars, his home. And what if one day, because, tomorrow's uncertain. I mean, look at what happened, right? So I chose not to join. Season 2, again, I was approached. And I was like, no, thanks. Yes. I'm still not in a position where I've got something of my own that I can say I would like the public to know about, right?
Yes.
Season 3, when the breakup happened, before season 3 started, I moved into Cotswold. Oh. That's when I met Nonku.
Nonku, yes.
Then Nonku started coming into my house. We have a common friend and vice versa, right? And then she was like, how? I know that they were looking for you. They wanted you season 1 and 2. What do you think? Would you join? I said, of course, now I can join. So then I don't know who she called, right? She called someone because remember now, it's a different production.
Yes, it's a different production. Yes,
so in a way, you can say Nonku did, hook me up in a sense.
In a sense, yes.
Right? But I've always been a hot commodity. They've always wanted.
That's what I wanted. Yes.
Right? I could have been an OG if you wanted to. So then because I was rebuilding myself and I thought it was a great platform. In hindsight, I think I shot myself on the foot because clearly to me it felt like she just wanted a storyline and she felt that I was the perfect person for her to bring to the show so that she has something to talk about.
Do you feel used by her?
I did at the time, but now I can understand. Like I understand her. Like I get her. Maybe me now. I came in with my my truth, my reality, and she's just playing a game. For she understands reality TV, and it's her thing, and I'm happy for her, and I wanted to win in it. It's just that it happened on my expense, which I wasn't aware of. I came in and I trusted a friend and that trust was broken.
Because there's something you've been consistent on. You've always said Jojo and Nonku are amazing people, but it's just that when the cameras are turned on, it's a different story. But maybe do you think maybe you went there, you were just like innocent, you were like, I know.
I thought it was just going to be kumbaya, a bunch of friends, like going out, having drinks, going on trips and, there has to be an element of drama and they really understand. And the thing is, one thing about the show, we get beats, right? Because obviously production wants to direct a conversation to go a certain way. Yes. However, you are not forced to ask those questions, to say those things, right? So for a person a person that respect themselves and they know Guti, it's not right to go there. They will not. I wouldn't. Like there's things that I've been told, please ask so and so. Remember you had a discussion with so and so. Why don't you find out what happened? And I choose not to go there because I understand what it will do to that person.
That person, yes.
Other people, they just sing for their supper and that's what it is.
Reality TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sure everyone has been meaning to ask, I don't know, is the check good though? Is it worth it?
Look, I think we all go into that platform with an understanding that we are there to build ourselves up as a brand, and it's just a platform for exposure. But in terms of the check, I would say based on what we spend, what comes out of your pocket to maintain the looks, the makeup, the events,
yes,
it comes out of your pocket. So when you compare to what you get, well, I'm talking about myself. I don't know what others are getting. It really was petrol money for me.
My word.
So everything else, I funded myself. So I think as years progress, obviously the check increases and it becomes better and better. Then you're able to do more. It can stretch and you can do more. But from where I was standing, I came into the show better off financially. And I left in a very, in a space where I just thought, it's not worth it. I didn't want to be in that position. I was worse off than when I started, right? And it's not that, I don't want to use this word. It's not that, but the fact of the matter is it must make financial sense, right? Because this is a job. And when you're away from your actual bread and butter, something that gives you income, it must make sense.
It must make sense.
So there was no money coming in, but I'm always spending and living and portraying a lavish lifestyle and trying to prove to anyone that I'm not broke, right? And
you're not financially overstretched.
For who though, right? Yeah. But I think one thing I quickly realized is that living in my truth is very important. Yes. Not trying to put up appearances and just being authentically who I am, because then in that way you don't have to constantly swim against the tide of trying to keep up appearances. And, I just didn't want to be in that position. So I just stuck to my guns and I did Slee the most real possible way.
Yes. Yeah. And so what are the pressures that comes with being on that show? Because you're talking about pressures, and keeping up looks, so what sort of pressures comes with on being on such a big platform?
The most challenging thing with being in that show is the fact that you have to put up appearances and people then start, borrowing things and there's that element. But not only that, what the public view, because the show is designed such that it gives an impression that we are all well off, right? We are in our own right. But wealth does not constitute being well off. In fact, in terms of imali, like the rand value, what you have in your account or the kind of bags you own, what people need to realize that this is not rich Housewives of Durban. It is real. The Real Housewives of Durban. So I could be leaving Mlazi, go for room.
Yeah.
I'm a housewife and my husband goes to work and he supports me and my children. I'm the realest housewives that exists and I'm relatable because most South Africans can relate to me. So people need to get out of this thing. Yes, we are selling a lifestyle while we edit, but at the same time, let's just remember that it's not always about financial wealth. It's a wealth of friendship, relationships, and the kind of life that you can access with what you have.
Precise. But someone could also argue that, the premise of the Real Housewives is always opulence, creating an escape world for people to be like, oh, okay, an aspirational world for people to be like, oh, okay, I don't have this reality. And I think hence, if you come and you want to be relatable, sometimes,
No, I get that, but you can offer that.
Yes.
But not at a ridiculous scale. It's just people just don't understand Uguti. By virtue of being where you are and being able to sit in those spaces, it makes you successful.
That's powerful.
Right? Just because I'm able to rub shoulders with people like Abo Sorisha,
yes.
Abo Jojo, you know what I mean? I'm in that platform. It means that I'm at their level to some extent. It might not be the bank account. And also, nobody knows. Like manga tuwa manje, as keeping manja ma bank account. You'd be surprised. People are actually projecting a lie. you know? And Masiti, okay, let's wealthy. I go, show me your passport. Where have you traveled? You'd be surprised to go see. Some of us have finished 2 passports in a space of 6 years.
Yeah.
You know? So it's just like, guys, it depends how you view wealth. My wealth is my experiences, what we have been, who I've been
powerful.
with, and who we have traveled. I speak, global language, right?
Yes.
And it's crazy that when you travel and you see some people, you're like, okay,
girl,
passport yakhe empty, eh? Do you know what I mean?
I get you.
Your wealth is local.
Had it not been for the show, child, you would not be traveling. And I want to find out from you, what do you wish you would have done differently while you were on that platform?
I think more than anything, I wish that I didn't let, things get to me the way that they did on the platform. And reacted to things that I didn't need to react to. I think more than anything now, more than ever, I understand exactly how it works. Because now I've been on the show.
Yes.
Now I'm outside looking in. And obviously, Sorisha and I are friends.
Yes.
We talk all the time. So I know what's happening and I'm privy to certain information.
Yes.
So I think now I'm wiser. I can navigate it better. But yeah, no, I think I just took a lot to heart because to me it was personal.
It was war, hey?
It was.
Is it the reason why you brought RHOD to the show?
One thing about me,
okay.
If you go low, I'll go to the crust of the world and I never forget.
Yeah.
People did say I'm vindictive.
You're an elephant, I mean.
Yeah, people did say I'm vindictive and maybe I am. You cannot ill-treat another person and think Uguti, you're just gonna cruise through life. And also, I think it was a great angle for me because you brought RHOD to my personal space. You brought him to my home. So now all of a sudden you don't want us to talk about him. Oh, hell no, ma'am. We will talk about RHOD because he was part of the show. You brought him here. All of a sudden he's gone. And production has always said that we must see the story through. I saw the Calvin issue through and I saw the witchcraft thing through.
Yes.
Through. Like nobody is untouchable on that show.
Yes.
Right? Let's see, what are you hiding? It was planned. It was intentional and I wanted to hurt her.
Did you got what you wanted?
Yes, I was happy. Very much pleased with myself.
Okay. But also you went through a lot on that show, hey?
I went through a lot for no reason. Do you understand what I'm saying? For no reason. And I think I just wanted to prove a point.
I get you.
Yes.
Well, you got what you wanted. Are you still friends with anyone who's on the show currently?
Sorisha, we're still friends.
Yes.
I'm cordial with all of them.
Yes.
Jojo, I check on Jojo from time to
time, yes.
Who and I still follow each other.
Oh, lovely.
So it's not like we are not enemies at all.
That is good.
And the thing is, I really have real love for that girl. The RHOD situation was just me teaching her a lesson.
Yes.
Nami, I can be a bully.
You can go there.
Don't think I can't go. I'm very much capable. Right? And that was that. And it ended there. We are, as far as I know, we're okay. Are we besties? No.
I got you.
Yeah.
I
like those.
And the
girls.
kids are they still communicating?
The kids are still communicating. Well, my eldest is now varsity. So I don't know how much of the communication is there. And the low one obviously wasn't close to Notile in age. It was just the older one and mostly. So they did talk well the last time I checked. Yeah. But I never involved myself because
yes, that's good.
Yeah.
Are your kids watching the show? Did they watch the show while you were on it?
They did.
Really?
They did, and they went through the most. Because every judgment, every negative, anything that has to do with their mom, it really affects them. But also what we forget when we're on these platforms is that we have children. Yes. We are moms. And the public have opinions. and they've got kids of their own. So if for some reason you're not liked in that household, your child is going to bear the brunt of it at school, where she gets bullied by other kids. But then I lose my shit when that happens. I will deal with you. As you should. But I think part of the reasons I thought, let me pull back, was that during the exams, matric exams, I don't want bugs to be worried about me. To be thinking, oh, mommy,
what is happening now?
She's got enough to worry about.
And West Varsity, the bullying was going to be worse because people have access to phones, to streaming platforms.
Absolutely. Even now, like she gets so bored. She's like, Mom, I was at school and people are like, oh, Slee. And she's like, no, I don't know that person, because she's trying to be incognito, not to be noticed. But it's just the spotlight that she does not need. And there's an expectation. Oh, buy us lunch.
Yes.
Mom, I'm so bored.
I can imagine.
She hates it.
I mean, you chose that life. They didn't choose that life. Yes.
They were dragged into this space. So those are all the things that I think of when I make decisions now.
That's good. That is good. Now I think let's we've done the serious stuff. We've done the serious stuff, but now I'm actually moving you to the hot set. Okay, it's good.
By hot, do you mean like spicy hot, or do you mean like fire hot?
Durban curry or babayo. Yeah, okay. that hot. Okay. So I've just got 5 questions for you.
Okay.
Number 1 is: would you be in a polygamous marriage?
Absolutely not.
Why?
Because I just don't like sharing. I mean, honey. And I have like 5 personalities. I mean, if I put on a weave, I look different.
Yes.
Short hair, I look different.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm blonde. Like, why would you want another woman? Like,
right.
It's crazy.
When you're full package.
Right.
A full package, yeah. Who will you not miss on the Real Housewives of Durban?
I will not miss. Maria.
Oh, Maria.
Yes.
Okay.
True.
Okay, fine, Maria. If you had an OnlyFans account, what would you show us? People can show us their hands, but when I ungasikhombisa on OnlyFans. Oh, really?
They're lovely and perky.
Did you do some work?
No.
You did not go to Turkey. You were born and like that.
You can ask the guy outside.
Okay, so have you had a sneaky link with a celebrity before in the past?
You? No. Which celebrity?
No, I'm just asking. It's a
South Africa doesn't have celebrities.
Ooh.
Well,
I get you. I
don't consider, honestly, I just...
they're popular.
Yeah. No.
Okay, last question. Let us say in the league. Okay, guys, this one, they were in the league, as I know you love soccer. You're a soccer girl. There's relegation. You need to save one team. So we've got 3 teams. There's Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates, and AmaZulu. Save one team.
Orlando Pirates.
You will save Orlando Pirates?
Yes. Those ones must be relegated and stay there.
Aren't you a Zulu girl?
I am a Zulu girl, so.
AmaZulu?
Yeah, I'm a Zulu girl.
They must be relegated.
Yes, they must stay there by relegation. No, but also look at it this way. Think about it, right? When they play, they're not a crowd puller. I mean, remember when Soweto Derby plays, it's a huge event.
Yes, it is.
Let us be fair. I mean, these are well-established teams, and they've got following. Okay. So I would save, because my fellow South Africans, right?
Slee, what are you currently working on right now?
So right now, there's a pilot that we are working on. It's a reality pilot where it's presenting gig.
Okay.
There's also shooting a TV series telenovela. So I'm going full on into acting, and I'm really enjoying it. Hey, really, really enjoying it. It's one of the reasons why I moved to Joburg, outside of me coming here to set up my daughter. But it was just mainly also for me to explore my acting career and see where it takes me. Yeah, that's it.
And uzokwa no music goal?
No, a goalie. Umuzi eGoli. No, look, I've met an amazing guy.
Yes.
My God, he's so amazing.
That is amazing.
And I'm not even shy to talk about him.
That's good.
He's just been my lifesaver in a sense that when it comes to love, because muntu, I was at a point where I was just like, I'd screw this, I'm done, and he just came right on time, and he's an amazing guy and very intentional,
and I'm happy for him.
And he loves me so loudly, like loudly, like loud.
I saw.
So definitely, Joburg is my home.
Okay, that is
second home. Well, because he's here. Right?
Yes, second home, yeah. But thank you so much for joining me today. I just wanted to say thank you to you. A few years ago, I remember I used to do lives on Instagram. You were the first person I approached and who just said, yeah, no, let's do this, And I think it made sense for me when I'm doing this to have you today, And I really appreciate you so much and I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you so much, my friend. I think for me to, like, as I've told you, from we first spoke, I was like, I just see great things coming for you. And when I watch you, evolve and flourish, I'm like, yes, I said it, I called it.
Thank you.
Because of your work ethic and how honest you are.
Thank you.
And and I'm just honored to be here and being your first guest.
Yes, first
because
guest.
You know why? I am number uno.
Number one. Yes. No, ngiyabonga kakhulu. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share to others. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
Thank you.